Then persuade your friends to learn helpful ways to contribute a solution.
Good morning, my dear students. Hope you're all doing great. This is Teacher Sarah, your English teacher. Today we have a reading class. Today we have a new story, Carl the Complainer. Let's read the question of the week. How can we be responsible community members? How can we be responsible members toward our community? Carl the Complainer. Before we get to read the story, let's know some important information about our story today. The title is Carl the Complainer. The author is Michel Knudsen, and the author is the person who writes the story. The illustrator, Marianne, and the illustrator is the person who draws the pictures in the story. The genre is realistic fiction. It tells about made-up events that could happen in our real life. The characters are Carl, his friend Dale, Mr. Henry the neighbor, and other friends. The theme is responsibility towards our community. High frequency words. Annoy, to make someone angry. Annoy, to make someone angry. Complain, to say that something is not good enough. All time you complain. You say, that is not good. That's not good. Mumbles, speaks unclearly. PM, the time between noon and midnight. Shrugs, raises one's shoulders as an expression of doubt. Signature, a person's name written by that person. Amazing words. Concern, when you have a reason to worry about something, you have concern. Persuade, you get a person to do something. You convince a person to do something. Contribute, to give money, help, or advice. Fragile, easily broken or destroyed. And sometimes you may listen, fragile. Fragile is the British pronunciation, while fragile is the American one. So we will say here, fragile. Pellets, small balls of material pressed together. Litter, scraps or pieces of trash left around. Pollute, when someone damages the air, soil, or water by making it dirty with harmful substances. Release, set something free or let it go. Vocabulary. Certainly, either, great, laugh, second, worst, your. Now, my dear, I'm going to ask you two questions. and I need you to pause that video and try to think about those questions because they are personal. Imagine yourself that your friends call you the complainer. So, what would you do if your friends called you the complainer? Second question. What would you do if you have a complainer friend who is always complaining about things? Okay. Please then continue watching that video until you find answer for those two questions. Again, what would you do if your friends call you the complainer? What would you do if you have a complainer friend? Now, it's time for text-dependent questions. It means in order to answer those questions, you have to read and comprehend the events of the story. So, I'm going to pause those questions and I need you to put all the questions in your mind. And while you are reading, try to find the answers of those questions. Are you ready? Question number 1. Why do Carl's friends call him Carl the complainer? What examples does Carl give of two things that are annoying? What is the third thing that Carl complains about? Carl's friend Dale recommends that Carl look on the bright side. What does this phrase or expression mean? Why does Dale want to sign the petition about the Power Friends? Where does Carl get the idea to start a petition to keep the park open later? According to the information in the text box, what is a petition? And question number 8, what is a request? As I told you, in order to get the answers for those questions, we have to read and understand what's going on in our story. Are you ready, my dear, to read the story? Please pause the video, get your reading book, and please open page 232. Very well. Now we will start reading. My friends say I complain a lot. They even call me Carl the complainer. But hey, some things are just so annoying, like TV jingles that get stuck in your head and paper cuts. It's 5 o'clock. The time the town park closes. 5 p.m. is way too early for the park to close. I complain for about the millionth time. So, my dear, why Carl's friend call him Carl the complainer? Huh? Yeah, because he keeps complaining. He complains about the millionth time of things. And what are the two things he was complaining about? TV jingles that get stuck in your head and the paper cuts. Very well. Now please go to page 233. We turn down Dale's street. Dale is his friend. At least you have got a town park. He goes on. Look. I know. I say laughing. Look on the bright side. Dale starts laughing. Keep it down out there. Dale's next door neighbor yells. Sorry, Mr. Henry. We both call out. We go into Dale's house. 134. I show Dale a cool website, but an ad pops up. Then 4 more. Pop-up ads are so annoying. I complain. I start clicking them all closed. Wait, says Dale. There is a petition to save Power Friends. I want to sign it. I love that show. Why bother? I say. The best shows always get cancelled. It's so annoying. That's what the petition is about, Dale explains. If the network sees that lots of kids like the show, they might keep it on. 235. Can anyone start a petition? Dale shrugs. He raises his shoulders as if he wants to say to him, I really don't know. Sure, I guess. Why? Maybe we should start one, I say. A petition to keep the park open later. Great idea, Dale says. But how do we do it? There is always the internet, says Dale. A few clicks later, we find a how to site about petitions. Let's see one example of a petition. Perfect petition pointers. Number 1, give it a title. For example, petition to make Bigfoot the new school mascot. Number 2, say whom it is addressed to. Number 3, say how is sending it. Number 4, say what you want to do or undo. Number 5, get people to sign it. The more people, the better. Number 6, give it to a person or group who has the power to do what you want to get done. So, my dear, in that box, we have the explanation of the word petition. What is a petition? Petition is a written request. Somebody is writing a request. People sign a petition to show that they agree with the request. So, I want to have something to be done. I write a request or a petition. Then I start asking the people who agree with me to sign on that petition. Saying, yeah, we agree on that. We need that something to be done. Okay, so it is a written request. People sign a petition to show that they agree with the request. Many petitions are on the internet and some are passed around by hand. Now you know what the meaning of petition? It's something like a request. So for example, if you want to have an activity for any story, you may write a petition for me saying, teacher, please, we would like to make activity for the story of firefighter. We can get firefighter costumes and the tools, and we can make we can put in a play that there is a fire on a house and we would like to put out the fire. So you write for me that petition that you really want to put on that play, okay? And you collect signatures. You let all your friends sign on that petition. This is the meaning of petition. Okay, my dear, now it's time to answer together the questions that we just read before start reading the story. Why do Carl's friends call him Carl the Complainer? What do you think? Yeah, his friends call him that because they think he complains a lot. What examples did Carl give of two things that are annoying? Carl said that TV jingles and paper cuts are annoying. What is the third thing that Carl complains about? The third thing, sorry, it's not page 210, it was 232. The third thing that Carl complains about is the fact that the park closes at 5 p.m. He says, that's way too early. Number 4. Carl's friend Dale recommends that Carl, what did he say? He asked him to look on the bright side. What does this phrase mean? When Dale said that Carl should look on the bright side, he means that instead of complaining about annoying things, Carl should remember the good things about life. That at least they have park to go. And this is the bright side. This is the good thing that we have also to mention. We shouldn't focus all time on the bad things and to forget the good things. That's true. Very well, my dear. Now we will keep on reading. And before we read the coming section, I also prepare for you some questions. Okay, and this is the model answer. Yes, we have to continue answering the other questions. Why does Dale want to sign the petition about Power Friends? The petition is to tell the network that a lot of kids like the show, so it won't get cancelled. Okay, where does Carl get the idea to start a petition to keep the park open later? He gets the idea from the petition on Dale's computer to save the Power Friends TV show. So when he saw that petition, he got the idea. Why don't we write a petition to ask to let the park open for later and not to close so early? At 5 p.m. is so early for him. Number 3, according to the information in the text box, what is a petition? We read that together. Who can tell me what is the petition? The petition is the information in the text box. It said that a petition is a written request. It is a request. I write a paper to ask for something to be done. People sign a petition to show that they agree with the request. But what is a request, my dear? To request is to ask politely for something that you want. Okay, and this is the first part of our story. Now, let's read other text-dependent questions, and this is from page 236 to 239. We will read only the questions first, then we will read the text to get the answers for those questions. Number 1, how do Carl and the other friends organize themselves to collect signatures? Number 2, what does the reader learn from the text box on page 236? Number 3, how do Carl and the other friends organize themselves to collect signatures? Number 4, why do they go to the park to collect signatures? Number 5, what does the reader learn from the text box on page 238? Number 6, how do Carl and the friends get people interested in signing the petition? Okay, my dear, I just need you to think about those questions. I need you to read the questions many times, putting them in your mind, and put also in your mind that you are looking for the answers of this question while reading the other 4 pages.